My symptoms first began, I think, sort of unbeknownst to me in the winter of 2025, with just some fatigue during the middle of the day that wasn't normal for me. It progressed, I would say that was in January, and it progressed in March to symptoms that were very similar to menopause symptoms, and it was a little confusing for me. So things like night sweats, some bloating, I had a little bit of pain in my abdomen that felt almost like slight cramping. And through the month of March, it progressed more and more. The pain in my abdomen progressed, the distension progressed, my back pain started to happen, and then my husband was quite concerned and asked me to go to the ER, and that's when it all started. I had a lot of challenges in the beginning. Luckily, it was short-lived. I was admitted into a local ER, and they didn't quite know what was wrong with me after a CT scan, so they sent me to another local hospital who, again, I was there for a week, and everybody was kind of not sure what kind of cancer it was. They could see a tumor, but they were not sure where it was coming from. And so for a week, I was just treated for my pain and sort of passed around to different oncologists that came in. Finally, they discharged me, and I came home for an hour, and I was in excruciating pain, and my husband said, "We're going right to Mass General in Boston," who I had been affiliated with for other illnesses and things in my past. And honestly, soon as I got there, the ER took amazing care of me, and soon after, I was directed to the right team and the right care that I was going to need just being at Mass General. So my advice would be to just go to a hospital that is very well known and cutting edge and innovative, like Mass General, or come to Mass General if you can, because they knew right off the bat what it was. And once the pathology was confirmed, I was in treatment within days, and it was just an amazing thing that I was able to be involved in. The experience has really changed my perspective on life. I have 2 children, I have a wonderful husband, and I really no longer sweat the small things. I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. I really turned to my faith, and so that's really important to me right now during this whole journey for me. I've changed careers. I've lost my parents during this treatment, so I've had a lot of changes and transitions, but honestly, I am so positive in my mindset because I was able to be so positive in my mindset during treatment that, like, I knew I was going to make it, and I knew that the doctors were going to take the best care of me, and if I did everything that they suggested, it would be my best shot to beat this. And so I just think that having that positive mindset during my illness and in my personal life has just really made a huge difference for me, and now in my recovery. I think I wish that the people in the local hospital really took the time to talk to me about my symptoms and sort of piece things together a little bit better. They were just kind of throwing metastasized cancer at me, gynecological cancer at me, and just all these different terms. And I think that was really scary. And once I went to Mass General and they were able to really speak to me about exactly what it was that I had, I wasn't scared anymore because I knew that they could handle it and that I was in the best place. So.